What's good, YouTube? It's Hunt. Today I'm going to be hooking y'all up with the best rep methods in NBA 2K25. The methods that the Legend 4 in the game right now is using. The top 10s in the world are using, pretty much the methods everybody in the game are using to rep up. So make sure you do drop a like, sub, turn on post notifications. It's very much appreciated. Get this video to 100 likes if y'all are ready for another upload. Now, with that being said, let's just hop straight into it. The first method, now this is the method that the top rep in the world is using right now. And this is the unrealistic one. This is the one that I know pretty much everybody is not going to do. He plays about 150 to 200 games a day of park, playing 2x rep events. Pretty much anything that's out and anything that can end games fast as possible for about 16 hours a day. That's what the top rep on this game does. Now, I know that's unrealistic, so let me give y'all the rep methods for the realistic people who are, probably in the starters, maybe in the veterans. So the first one is starting five. This is the one that I see most people use until they get to like veteran because it's so easy, doesn't count on your record, and you could do it by yourself and don't need teammates to do it. So this is one that I know a lot of people have done to get up there, and it was super sweaty in the beginning when everybody was figuring out about it, but now that, a little bit of time has went on, it's not as sweaty as it was before, and it's a little bit toned down, so it's a little bit easier to get rep in there, and it's not as hard as it was, when everybody was figuring out about it. So that's the first one. Second one we're going to talk about is rec or park, whichever one you have teammates for. If you don't got teammates to play back-to-back park games, then I would say rec with randoms is the best place to be besides starting five, because if you ain't got teammates, rec with randoms, they're still going to give you a good percent, 2%. When you're in the starters, starter four and stuff like that, you're still going to get a good percent. So rec with randoms or park, whichever one you have teammates to play consistently with. If you have teammates to play consistent park, then streaking in park will get you rep faster than rec. But if you ain't got teammates for park, thug it out in the rec, thug it out in the starting five. Those are the two places that'll help you. And in starting five, one of the methods that a lot of people like to use is they make a small forward post score. So then pretty much nobody is going to be able to guard you at the small forward spot. They just call the ISO and they just post score. Then, sometimes they throw lobs here and there and do stuff like that. So that's also a good method for starting five for the people who want that. The third thing, and this is something, if you're not getting this, it's really going to mess up your rep. It doesn't matter what you're playing, what you're doing, 2x rep. If you're not getting a good teammate grade, you're not going to get any rep at all. So make sure you're trying to get the best teammate grade you could possibly get, because teammate grade is the most important thing for rep this year. It's not points, it's not this, it's not that. If you have a teammate grade, it'll help carry you to some rep even if you didn't do too great in that game. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is, if you're wondering like what type of stats you need to get rep, or how much you should be scoring or whatnot in rec and stuff like that, I would say just try to even everything out. Because if you go for 40 straight points, after like 15, 20, or after you shoot a certain amount of threes, it's just going to max out and you're not going to get anything else for going up to 40, 50, 60. So try and get like 10 assists. I always try to at least get 10 assists. Try and get 10 steals. It's going to be very hard. Try and get some rebounds. Just try and get as much of everything as possible, because that's how you're going to max out the most possible rep. Doing that and getting a good teammate grade, those are the two things that'll really help. Now, there's two more things I'm going to tell you guys. This one is one I don't condone at all, but a lot of the top 10 and a lot of the top 25 been doing this, so I'm going to go ahead and put y'all onto it, because stuff like this is how people rep up so fast and they don't be telling nobody about it. Then they get caught doing it and get posted on Twitter. So this one, people turn their crossplay off. They wait till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they go to the starting five. And then from there, they just walk in there with their friends and they just throw each other the game, let each other get 50 assists, 50 points, just let each other go completely crazy. Then they get pretty much some max rep. Now, that works in either cross play off when the park is real dead, or it works in Asia servers or other servers where there's not going to be as many players. But that's something that a lot of the top 10, top 25 have been caught doing, and that's something that gets people a lot of rep. And I heard about this in the beginning of the year, so people have been doing this for a long time, and it's just now getting figured out by some people. Now, the last thing I'm gonna tell y'all is to play these 2 times rep events, because if you're not playing 2 times rep events, you're gonna be setting yourself behind. I barely play them, and those are the times I need to be playing, because 2 times rep events, that's the only time you're really going to move that fast when you're sitting here at starter 4, starter 5, veteran 1. You're not going to be moving that fast on a daily basis, on a regular basis. You're not going to get that much rep, and it's going to demotivate you. So playing 2 times rep events, that's going to help you get a lot of that work done. So those are pretty much the rep methods. I gave y'all about 5 or 6 rep methods and told y'all what the top 10 to 25s are doing in this game. So until the next time, your boy Hunt is out. Just stay tuned. I got more coming for y'all.